Well, I don't think it still hasn't sunk in yet. I mean, it's an honor to be here, and with all these great players around me, it's pretty special. And finally, your dream is getting a little closer than you dreamt of, and just really happy to be here.
What did you think about the building when you walked in?
Oh, it's great. I think it's one of the best buildings in the league. It's pretty special. It's brand new, and I think they got everything here. Everything you need, they got it.
Did they give you guys a tour at all, or did they kind of just usher you down to the rink?
Kind of let us go down to the rink. We got to see a little bit, though, some players, and I got to get a look at a little bit of the rink, a little bit of the facility, the food, and everything's incredible.
Joe, how'd last season go for you, do you think? And are there specific things you're working on while you're here and going into this year?
Well, I think there were a little bit of ups and downs last year. I think in St. John, things weren't working out as well, and I got the opportunity to be dealt to Drummondville, contending team with some really good players, some really good talent, and I kind of found my game after that with Drummondville. So I think my season for the most part was pretty good, but of course I don't think I was consistent enough throughout the season, and here I'm just working hard. I got some confidence, and I'm just going to give it everything I can on the ice and off the ice. Try to impress, and I'm trying to give it my all.
Is it nice to have the draft out of the way?
Yeah.
Kind of your nerves are a little more settled, or?
Yeah, you feel a little bit relieved for sure. Last year, of course, was a pretty busy year, and there's a lot to think about. And I guess now you can kind of just focus on making Detroit and kind of relieve the pressure a little bit.
What can you do with this orientation camp? What can you get out of it?
I guess just mature as a person. I guess take a little bit here and there, get some experience, and just keep working hard. I mean, everyone's battling for a spot, and everyone wants to prove themselves. So you got to work hard every day, work hard at everything you got to do, and I think it'll go from there.
Is there an NHL player you kind of like in your style too, or that you look up to? Or?
Well, I look up to Jonathan Toews. I think he plays a similar game as a two-way centerman who chips in offensively and takes a lot of pride defensively, plays in all situations of the ice, and I think he brings a lot of leadership, which is something he's known of. I think he's a winner too. He's won at the international stage, won a Stanley Cup, and I think he just does everything right.
You ever met him?
No, I'd love to meet him though.
How did it being granted that exceptional status affect you? Because obviously you were very young, 15, playing in that league.
Well, I thought it brought me a lot of experience. I really matured as a person, as a hockey player. I was with a place with great billets, a great team, great organization that was filled with a lot of good veterans, really good guys off the ice, and kind of took me under their wing. So I think what it made me do was mature, I guess a little quicker, at 15. I think at 15 I felt a lot older, in terms of maturity, and I just kind of grew from there, as a player and as a person.